Hey, what's up, guys? This is a purchase that, in all my years of collecting, this is literally the biggest and most expensive thing that I ever bought. And you might remember me saying in a previous video that I used to think that collecting statues was stupid, and then last year I got on a big statue collecting kick, mainly with Batman related statues. And what you're looking at here, to me, is sort of the ultimate Batman statue. This is something when it first was announced, first came out, I was like, that's nice, but I would have to sell a lot of stuff to cover the cost of this. And so then just recently, I was looking at it again, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sell some stuff. And I'm going to get this guy. So this is the Prime1 Studio Hush 3rd scale Batman. And it's the only 3rd scale. I've never owned a 3rd scale statue before, and so I got this one, and then I got the Iron Studios Joker there to go with him. And this video is going to focus on Batman, but if you want me to do a separate video talking about this Joker, then let me know in the comments section or something. And it's a tiny channel, so even if one or two of you ask for a video review on that Joker, then I'll go ahead and do it. But as of right now, it's going to focus on Batman. Didn't seem right to get a Batman without a Joker. They're my two all-time favorite characters, favorite superhero, and favorite villain right there. And so, yeah, these guys are way too expensive, and I barely have enough room to display these with just a small amount of space that I have right now. And just finding places to store the boxes has been kind of a nightmare too. And so this is really too big and too good for my collection, but yet here it is. And so I decided, why not? I'm just going to go for it. And so here it is. And I just now, a few minutes ago, put these bats on. And I want to thank, let's see, what's the guy's channel? Oh yeah, Jim Mint Collectibles. So he dropped his review. It was like last week, I think. And in his review, he actually does a really quick tutorial on like where all the bats go. And look, I'm new to collecting this. As I've just described, I'm not used to collecting this sort of thing. I'm a Hot Toys collector mainly. But what you want to try to do is, before you take anything out of the box, out of the foam trays, you want to make sure. You want to look at which bat goes where, and you want to look at this instruction sheet. Now, this instruction sheet is not very good. In fact, it's kind of terrible. And if you watch Chris, the Batman statue collector, watch his video, he complains about this. And virtually every person that reviews this statue or has reviewed it so far has complained about how hard it is to get these bats on, figure out which one goes where, and the lack of clarity on these instruction sheets. But I think it does say on here somewhere, oh yeah, so right there, it's right in here, it tells you, okay, that these are the bats that are in the foam tray. It kind of tells you which bat is which, and then I guess that's supposed to help you figure out where each one goes. But I didn't do that. I'd already taken everything out of the box. I've had this guy set up for about a week now, but I just a minute ago decided to go ahead and put the bats on because I knew how frustrating it was going to be, and I just haven't had time, haven't had the patience. Had a lot of stuff going on last week and the week before, and actually came down with a cold last weekend. You can still hear it in my voice. I'm still kind of getting over it, but I definitely feel a lot better. But yeah, just with all of that, I wasn't going to try to fool with these bats. But look at Jim Mint Collectibles. Look at his review, and he gives you just a quick breakdown of where all the bats go. And as many people have pointed out, this is the hard part, getting all these together. And so what I did was I put this bat in the base here, and then kind of watched Jim Mint's video and just sort of paused it and saw how all the bats look. So if you want to look at that, that's how they connect together. And this bat right here in the back is connected too, like right here. And so that back connects to the back of this one, and then this guy connects here, and then these two, they connect kind of going upwards. So what I wound up having to do is I tried connecting this one, and then this one to this one, this one to this one, then this one to this one. Once you start getting kind of up in here, they start falling when you try to attach a new one. So you kind of have to. I think I basically just sort of attached these two together, then stuck it on like that. Then I attached these two together, then stuck it on like that. But you have to figure out what works for you. It can be done. So far, none of them have fallen. They seem sturdy enough for now. I don't know what the long term is going to be on that, how they're going to hold up. But for the rest of it, it'll sort of just watching his video and seeing which back goes where. So you got that one on his back. You got these two guys down here, or these three down here. You got that guy there, that guy, and that guy. Now there is one bat that I did not get attached, and that is this bat that actually connects right there. If you can just barely see that gap right there. Well, he's actually supposed to attach right in there like that, but the Joker is in the way. And you know what? I don't care. I mean, that far back, it's not. I'm not worried about it. So this guy can sit out for now. So yeah, and so really the effect that we're going for, that I think makes this look so cool is these guys back here, and you can see that back coming off of his cape there, and then these others. So, but those are really the ones back here that are only ones that are really all that visible. And so once you kind of figure out where they go, it's not too bad. I mean, other than this, and this isn't. It's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. I thought from watching all the other videos that it was just going to be awful. And I haven't had a drink in 10, 15 years or so, and I thought, hey, this might actually tempt me to this might turn me back into an alcoholic. trying to figure all this out, trying to assemble all this, and because it sounded really frustrating, but it wasn't that bad. I guess if you expect the worst, then maybe it's not so bad. But so yeah, this is how it turned out, and I would recommend having someone help you. And when you're setting this up, especially with this upper torso, because what happened to me, and it's so hard to see that I can't even really show it to you, but when I set the upper torso down on this, and even as careful as I was being, I was holding either side with, I was holding it with both hands, setting it down really easily, but the back piece on his belt, like back at the very back, chipped a little bit. A piece chipped off as this upper part slid down onto the lower part, which really ticked me off as far as considering how much this cost and everything. But that may not have happened if I had my wife or somebody, and of course, my wife doesn't understand all this stuff, and so I try to not involve her any more than I have to. I had to borrow her vehicle just to go and pick this guy up from the UPS store, because he comes in 2 ginormous boxes. So yeah, I wanted to try and set it all up myself, and if I'd had her or somebody help me to set this upper part down onto the lower part, that may not have happened. But it was just like a little piece about like half the size of my thumbnail that came off, that chipped off on the back of the belt. And again, it's so hard to see that, yeah, I can't even really show it to you from here, but so I'm not too worried about it, but just keep that in mind. Have someone help you if at all possible. And again, this was me holding it with both hands, keeping it really stable and sliding it down on there as gently and easily as I could, and still that little piece chipped off. And so the other thing that happened too, when I was putting all this together, I made a little, you can't really see it, but I made a little scratch on the screen right there. And again, it's not too bad, but these are things that they're so expensive that having those couple of issues just really kind of not completely ruined the experience for me, but it was, you know, it kind of sucks when you spend this much. So, but anyway, this guy really is fantastic. And as far as the stuff that comes with him, you see these busts right here. These are the extra heads that come on him. So he's got the stern head sculpt right here, and then here you've got the unmasked Bruce Wayne head sculpt. Then you got the smirk head sculpt, which I've actually displayed him with that a little bit. I actually just took that one off of him and put the regular stern head sculpt on him just for this review, because that's sort of the classic one, the one that it comes with, or the one that most people are using. And then you have this one where he's completely over it. He's ready to wreck shop on some bad guys. So these three come with it, and it's cool you can display these head sculpts without them actually being on the statue, because they each have their own bust. And this piece actually lights up. I'm not even sure where the button or switch is. I don't have any AAA batteries on me anyway. But I was looking for them. I couldn't find any. If I had some, I would light it up just to show you, but I don't have any with me, and that's not really a feature I plan on using much anyway. So yeah, this is the Prime1 Hush Batman statue, and I got a excuse me, I got a great deal on this guy actually. I got this from Collector Zone. So Marcos from Collector Zone, the word collector, and then ZOWN, all one word. I was going to get this guy from Sideshow, and after tax and shipping, it was going to cost me, even after a few reward points, it was going to cost me $1,888, I think, was after tax and shipping, and that's with the $50 discount that I had. Getting it from Collector Zone, from Marcos, it was just under $1,500, so I saved about $400 getting this guy from Collector Zone. And so their customer service is fantastic. Marcos is a great communicator. He always responds right away. And so I would highly recommend them to you for all your needs as far as statue and figure collecting and all that kind of stuff. They give all kinds of really good deals. I used a Jetta Patrol's code, so the word, I think it's the word patrol, and I mean that's no secret. I mean, if you watch Jetta Patrol's channel, so definitely go check him out. And he's recommended Collector Zone in a lot of his videos, and so if you go in and put the word patrol in, it knocks off like 12% or something like that. And if you become a member of their Facebook group and their newsletter, they send out all these discount codes on a regular basis. So I would definitely recommend Collector Zone for all that. I would say go to Collector Zone to get this guy, but I think I may have gotten the last one that they had. Now, it might still be an option to get the black version, the black and gray version that's coming out. And you can reach out to Marcos with Collector Zone, ask him about that. But yeah, so dealing with him was a great experience. Again, I was ready to pay full price for this guy, and then some guys in the Batman Statue Collector Facebook group linked me to Marcos, and I had actually pre-ordered some stuff, or one figure set with Collector Zone before, and so but as far as statues, for some reason, it didn't even register in my mind to check with them. I knew they did figures and stuff. I didn't know that they would have something like this in stock. So I'm glad that the Facebook group pointed me to Collector Zone, because saved literally hundreds of bucks on this guy. And so the two issues that I had in unboxing him, I don't really feel too bad about, because I got such a good deal on him to start with. So again, Collector Zone, Collector ZOWN, check them out. And yeah, I mean, this is the biggest, most expensive thing in my collection. It takes up a ton of space, but hey, I'm loving it. And this Joker too. And they actually go together really well. So, any questions or comments, feel free to leave those in the comments section below. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I did forget to mention that this guy comes with a couple of extra hands. So you got the, hang on, first of all you got the fist. That will go here. Of course I got him with the one holding the hand holding the batarang, which I suspect is what most people will use. And then there was the fist. And then there is this hand that actually holds the like a grapnel gun. So let me I'm not even sure how this goes in here. Maybe it goes the other way, but so you're to take that out and put that on him. So you got a lot of different options displaying this guy. So you got the 3 different hands, and of course 4 different head sculpt options. So I did want to remind you guys of that, those extra hands that he comes with.